I'm gonna talk about how to close deals.
Still feel like total garbage, but
that is going to increase your closing rate.
Not sure if I lost my smell yet. Let's take a look. Oh no.
You have to just put stuff out there. It's not gonna be perfect at first, but you're gonna get better. So wherever you are right now, put in the work. You can change your reality.
All right, guys, a little update. Day 2, not doing too bad. Day 2 hasn't been bad. A lot more energy. Well, I was tired, about a consistent 100-degree fever. So just every 6 hours, Tylenol, good to go. Drink a lot of water, good to go. I moved to the couch. I don't want to sleep in the bedroom. I'm like kind of skeeved out. I don't know if I can get like more sick if I'm in there or something. Also, I don't want to like keep Deirdre up all night by just like coughing and shit. So also it's nice to have one of these things right here and you can get work done. You just plop it on. But that's it. That's the update, guys. Just crushing COVID right now. Like Monday or Tuesday, I'll be back in full throttle. We'll see.
What's your problem?
So you're with COVID-19, Shasta. What's my problem?
Yeah, it doesn't feel good to be filmed while you're sick, huh?
Deirdre's been like in bed all day just coughing. Deirdre, do you want to tell the vlog that you're sick?
I have no pants on.
Oh.
All right, what is going on? Day 3 of COVID. Still feeling like trash. Heading out right now to get the COVID test, rapid test. I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night. Really hard to sleep with all the congestion. I just have like this throbbing headache. It's pretty consistent. So I have to find the rapid test area. That's it right there, it's a little hub. All right, guys, just got a call from the hut. It says I'm positive. I have COVID. I'll make a comeback. We're gonna come back real strong. All right, back at the place. Temperature, by the way, not bad. We're looking at 99 flat. Still feel like total garbage, but that's really good. I didn't take Tylenol this morning. Also not sure if I lost my smell yet. Let's take a look. I think toothpaste is real strong, so let's try some toothpaste here. Some Crest. Shit. Oh, oh no. Cough drop. Oh, no, I can smell that. I didn't lose my taste. All right, we're good.
2 days later.
I completely lost my sense of taste, like completely. The problem we're facing here is I haven't slept in like 2 days because of the nonstop coughing. So I'm extremely tired and it's like still don't feel great. So I've gotten a lot less work done over the last 2 days than I expected. I thought I was gonna be like fully back to it. Not the case. The only thing I want is to just get some sleep tonight. That's it. Hopefully get back to normal tomorrow. Hopefully we can do that. Can't even taste it. All right, so here's the funniest thing. Deirdre had made brownies before she lost her sense of taste. 10 minutes ago, I find Deirdre eating brownies. She can't taste.
Deirdre, what are you doing?
Stop!
You can't taste anything. You're eating brownies and making popcorn.
This is what living with Mike is like. Who puts this in here?
Good, try a piece. Let us know how it tastes.
Pretty.
Hey everyone, I'm gonna talk about how to conduct potential client calls and how to close deals. Now, the reason I'm doing this in this week's video, I've been sick the last week, so didn't really film too much. But in the previous video, we had talked about how do we go about scheduling potential client calls. So today we're gonna cover how to close those. First off, you're conducting a call. How exactly are you doing that? Are you doing it with a phone, on Google Hangouts, Zoom, there's Uber Conference? Now, I really like using video conferencing when I wanna share my screen, but I always still get the person's phone number just in case they don't show up so I can give them a call. Here is exactly how I structure my calls. The very first thing I do is I never talk straight business. I always do what we call small talk. I really want to understand the person as much as possible. So I'll ask them how their week's going. I'll get to know them a little bit and then we'll get right into it. And when we get into it, what we need to do is as quickly as possible, go right into consultant mode. We're learning about what our customer needs help with, and then we're delivering that help. Now, another really important thing, every single first call, I always bring up budget. It's a big mistake to not bring up budget on the first call. A lot of times people think that I'm asking for budget because I just want to know how much money are they willing to pay. And that's literally not the case. If I'm talking to someone that we're talking about software development and their budget's $5,000 or $10,000, well, software development could cost $50,000, $100,000. So it's good to know that, because then I can point them in a direction where they can build things affordably. It's a lot different. In marketing, same exact thing. So I always go over budget as quickly as possible. I used to be nervous about asking people. That's a big mistake. You always want to do that on the very first call. And at the end of the day, my biggest piece of advice is just treat everyone as you would your sibling or family member if they were going to buy services from you, because then you're always just doing the right thing. And when you do the right thing, good things happen. Again, you want to build trust as much as possible and credibility, and then you want to go into the selling. Now, a pro tip, if I am trying to learn about someone's business, I'll a lot of times say, hey, give me the 60-second elevator pitch or the 30-second elevator pitch. A lot of times people like to ramble and they go on for a little bit too long, and we really want to solve problems and not go too deep into details that we don't necessarily need. You give them your offer and what it is that you do in pricing. Now it's really important that you give some form of time-sensitive offer. Actually, just recently, I was on a call with someone that was pitching me their services, but the problem is they didn't give me any time-sensitive offer. That means that I'm not pushed to move forward, which means I might find a reason not to work with them or find a competitor to work with instead. So you always want to give the person a reason to move forward. And your time-sensitive offer can come in a couple different ways. One, they need to move forward now, or that person might not be available, or that service might not be available. And this actually happens a lot with my development service, Toll Media. A lot of times there'll be a software engineer that only has a certain amount of availability, and we'll be talking to multiple people. And if someone says yes, then that software engineer is no longer available. So we'll say, hey, look, this person's available now, but he might not be available in a week. So let us know within the next week. Another is doing some form of a deal in the form of time sensitivity. Hey, look, if you sign this contract within the next 3 days, we're gonna throw in there a free brand guide for you. Or we're gonna give you a 10% discount on your first month, but you only have 3 days to claim that. That is going to increase your closing rate. Now, once we actually decide to move forward, it's important that you immediately, as quickly as possible, send them two things. One, a contract, which I use DocuSign for. I use DocuSign because it makes it very easy. I highly recommend using a service like DocuSign. It will increase your conversion rates. And the second thing I do is send an invoice using QuickBooks. And we always do prepayment, which means the client has to pay before we get started. So those are the two things they get: contract and invoice. And I always say, you don't celebrate until the contract's signed and the money is in the bank. And if it's not, then it's your job to follow up. I cannot stress enough how important it is to follow up with everything, following up to actually schedule the call, and then following up to actually close the deal. Now, you don't wanna be too annoying with your follow-up. You don't wanna just like be pounding and pestering them every single day, but you do wanna follow up and just check in and see if they have any questions and just make sure everything's good. Now, hopefully they sign the contract, money's in the bank, and then you'll be able to celebrate, and then the fun stuff starts, and then you gotta actually get to work. That is pretty much everything. That is my process, how I kind of conduct calls, and then how I go about closing calls. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it gave you some ideas on how to actually structure your calls. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time you release a new video. That's it for this week's video. I'll see you in the next one.